Hello, welcome to IDDTalks. My name is Anastasia Lavrina, and today we have a very special guest joining me from Hungary, Zoltan Egeresi, Research Fellow at John Lukacs Institute for Strategy and Politics. Warm welcome to IDDTalks.
Thanks for the invitation.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us today. So, what's Hungary's strategic interest in the South Caucasus region? How does Hungary view its role in promoting stability and security in this region?
So the Hungarian foreign policy during recent years, from one hand, based on the so-called Eastern opening, which means that the Hungarian foreign policy tried to establish good relation with the geographical East, or let's say Greater Eastern neighborhood with Hungary, Soviet countries, non-EU member Balkan countries, but in an even greater extent with China, with African countries, and so on. And here, economic factors are really important. And in line with economics, good political relations and connectivity has become also a really important goal within the shape of this foreign policy. And the Hungarian government says that South Caucasus is a key region for the Hungarian foreign policy, not just because of economic reasons, but it's really important, especially in energy terms, and has a really important strategic location between Central Asian countries, Eastern Asian countries, and Europe. And Hungary tries to advocate the idea and the importance of South Caucasus as a key region in the connectivity between Eastern Asia, Central Asia, and Europe, and of course, including Hungary and the Balkans.
Zoltan, what are the key factors for ensuring long-term stability in the region of the South Caucasus? How can Hungary and the EU contribute to addressing these factors?
So, in many ways, Hungary was supporting the existence and the development of Eastern Partnership, so different EU programs, the possible accession of different South Caucasian but Balkan countries, EU membership as well, especially Georgia's, and also Hungarian foreign minister and Hungarian political leadership in many fora advocated the importance of the territorial integrity of Azerbaijan, and Hungary in this issue was always emphasizing the importance of the international law, which will bring greater stability in the region on the long run, especially after signing a peace treaty between Azerbaijan and Armenia.
Zoltan, how would you describe Hungary's current defense policy and its alignment with NATO objectives? What are the key priorities for Hungary in the realm of national security?
So for Hungary, it's really important to maintain some kind of peace in the Hungarian neighborhood. During the 90s, for example, the war in Yugoslavia in the southern neighborhood of Hungary impacted the country. And also, that's why Hungary is still contributing to different peacekeeping missions, like NATO's peacekeeping mission in the Kosovo, the KFOR, 1 year ago, for example, and we can find many Hungarian troops over there. And beyond that, Hungary is also supporting the European Union's mission in Bosnia and Herzegovina. So in the Hungarian geographical proximity, Hungary tries to be active and maintaining and advocating peace. We can see the same discourse concerning the war in Ukraine. Hungary, in different international fora, is advocating the importance of peace and the need for dialogue, actors. And recent years established many plans, especially the Dream Plan, for example, in order to create a modern, if you want, we can say a robust military industry, modernizing the Hungarian army in line with NATO standards and the newest NATO standards. And also it's important to mention that Hungarian military budget reaches the 2 percentage point NATO spending, which is required, especially by the United States. So from this respect, Hungary usually is aligning with its with the strategic West, with the NATO and EU partners, even if in different fields, the Hungarian foreign policy try to be more active, where we can see a more reluctant NATO member or NATO stance.
And how important is the South Caucasus region for European energy security? And what role can Hungary play in enhancing energy cooperation with countries like Azerbaijan?
Azerbaijan, during recent years, due to different pipeline projects, has become a cave for energy supply in case of different southern or southeastern European countries. We can see a flourishing cooperation between Italy and Azerbaijan. Bulgaria is one of the most important importers of Azerbaijani gas, for example. And recently, Hungary and Serbia, they also joined this club. So right now, Azerbaijan helping Hungary to diversify its gas supply, and also in this case counterbalance the Russian gas supplies as well. And probably in the longer run, Azerbaijan's role in these countries in Southeastern Europe will be even more crucial. On the other hand, one of the biggest Hungarian company, the MOL Group, which is the Hungarian petrol company, in 2019 bought around 10 percentage point of the Azeri Chirag Güneşli oil field in Azerbaijan. So right now we can see that the Hungarian oil company, which is the biggest Hungarian economic actor right now in Azerbaijan, is also helping to have existing economic energy cooperation between our countries.
How does Hungary balance its commitments to the European Union and NATO in terms of defense and security policy? Are there any specific initiatives or challenges in this area you can mention?
Hungary and the current Hungarian government at foreign policy level always acted in line with international law. And this is what we will see in the upcoming years as well. There is no foreseeable change in this kind of Hungarian foreign policy behavior. And in line with that, Hungary is really doing its best in order to maintain dialogue with different actors in the Balkans or in a greater geographical extent as well, in order to bring different actors, different countries closer, and also in different fora, especially in the West, like European Union, Council, and so on. Hungary is trying to mend fences and, really importantly, keeping some kind of EU vision for candidate countries or countries of the Eastern Partnership of the European Union. And it's also important to mention that in the next half year, so after June, Hungary will, for 6 months, will be held the presidency. Will be hold the presidency of the European Council, and Hungary, among other issues, will keep on the agenda of the importance of EU integration or EU accession of different countries, and the importance of for the European Union to maintain dialogue and establishing good relations with countries who are really important for the European energy security and the other field of security as well.
Zoltan, and one more question. What's Hungary's stance on EU enlargement, particularly with regard to the Western Balkans and Eastern Partnership countries?
Probably it's fair to say that Hungary, one of the greatest vocal voices of these countries' integration and good relation with the European Union. European Commissioner for EU enlargement and neighborhood policy is a Hungarian, Oliver Várhelyi, maintaining these kind of relations. He participated in many conferences, and in the case of, for example, Balkan countries, he tries to maintain this vision for them. Even if we can see that concerning the European Union, recent years we have a rather kind of fatigue concerning the enlargement in the Balkan countries' case. Even if we can say that due to the war in Ukraine, new impetus countries have become candidate countries of the European Union. What we can say that Hungary will advocate the idea of these countries' integration on the longer run, and still the Commissioner will be active in helping these countries to become part of the European Union.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you very much.